Hi everyone, welcome back to Newcastle Fans TV. It's another game. These are coming thick and fast for both me and Ben. Ben obviously has been on the channel several times for the last couple of years. He's a very happy bunny because he's just won the North of London derby over the weekend. How's that feeling for you, Ben?
Oh, mate, before the game, a lot of Spurs fans feared the ultimate worst in this game because the way Spurs are playing and everything. Jose threw in a curveball, changed up the tactics, and we won the game. And I thought maybe it wasn't completely deserving but any win against them lot, I don't care how it comes. It would have come off Aubameyang's backside for all I care, and we won the game. So that's all that matters, really.
Totally agree. Derbies, we don't win many because, let's face it, our nearest team is stuck in League One, and you can watch them on Netflix if you want to see how they're getting on. So we're here to preview the game coming up. Ben, for us, and I've said this probably the last week now with the Manchester City and Watford defeats that we've suffered, is I am worried that our season's fizzling out. We've got nothing really to play for. We're not going to get top 10. We're not going to be relegated. And I didn't want to play against teams that are fighting for something. Obviously, Watford's second half, we just coasted and give away 2 daft penalties and we suffered the defeat. And it's quite similar with Hughes. Hughes have still got a chance of obviously progressing in Europe and trying to get Europa League spot as well. I'm worried about that, but Hughes have got something to play for. Going into this game, obviously, it's St James's Park, an empty St James's Park, which isn't going to help us. Are you feeling confident?
Not really, to be honest. I'm not feeling confident. When you look back at our form since lockdown, since the football's come back after lockdown, I think that we haven't been playing well. We haven't been playing well at all. The football has been dire. We've hardly put a tack together, to be honest. Before this Arsenal game, I think we had 2 shots on targets in the last 2 games, which is absolutely dreadful. And especially coming off of a Pochettino team, which used to, attack for fun pretty much. Jose Mourinho and his tactics, which I'm still undecided whether it's his tactics or if it's actually the personnel in the team that's actually the problem. I want to give Jose time. I want to give him his own players, his own transfer window, see what he can do. But at the moment, we're just not ticking at the moment. I know we won against Arsenal and it was all great, and I'm very happy with that. But it was a kind of one-off with the football that's come back. Looking forward to the Newcastle game. Obviously, like you said, football's coming thick and fast, and we've played a lot of games. We looked dead on our feet in the Arsenal game after half an hour, and I dread to think what we're going to look like against you because I don't know if we've got the legs. Like Serge Aurier, I don't know if you've heard, his brother passed away this morning after 2 shots. So it remains to be seen if he's going to play for the rest of the season. May his brother rest in peace, by the way. It's absolutely tragic news. But apart from that, we've got players that are on their last limbs. They really are. They put in absolutely humongous effort against Arsenal. And I feel that they're going to be out on their legs against you. I think we're going to make a lot of changes, and it remains to be seen whether these players are good enough coming in. And also, Jose Mourinho has never won at St James's Park.
Oh, you've took that away from us. Just literally took that away from us. I was just about to say he's never won in the Premier League. That's correct. With us, it is because you mentioned, obviously, you've got a bit more quality behind your first 11. We haven't, so we suffer massively. So for us, you probably know that Alan Saint-Maximin is the man at the moment, stealing the headlines since coming out of lockdown. He's been a breath of fresh air, and we are worried about keeping him if the takeover doesn't happen. Who knows? We might get Pochettino. You just never know, Ben. You just never know.
Don't do it to us, man. Don't do it to us.
I don't blame me for that tonight. Don't be sending me a DM. But yeah, I think we'll be rotating as well. Danny Rose, of course, doesn't feature in this game because he's obviously loaned by you guys. For us with Danny Rose, I just want to touch upon that as well, Ben. When he first come in, he looked very sluggish, a little bit overweight. Found it hard to get going, but since the lockdown, his form's got a little bit better, but I still feel that with Rose, he's not quite there yet. It looks like he's got no future with Spurs, and it looks like a knockdown price. Could you see Danny Rose's move being made permanent in Newcastle?
Definitely. I think he wants to move. I'm not sure if your club want to move, but I think he should, because Danny Rose, I still think he's the best left back at Tottenham, even though he's not at Tottenham. But I think he's a better player than Ben Davies, definitely better than Ryan Sessegnon. He hasn't done anything to break through into the team yet, and he's still a kid, really. But in terms of Danny Rose, I love Danny Rose. I think he's a quality left back. His heart left it about a year a year ago, probably at Spurs. But I think if you can get him playing and if you can get him fit, then you've got a top quality left back there. You really do. And I still think he can force his way back into the England side. Maybe not starting, but definitely maybe on the bench or something. You know what I mean? He's a quality player.
Yeah, very outspoken, is he? But he's done some fantastic donations in lockdown, it must be said, for Middlesex, isn't it?
Yeah.
Down not far from you guys. But going into the game then, tell us how you're going to set up as in terms of formation personnel.
Well, it's an interesting one because against Arsenal, we played 4-4-2. The 2 games before that, we've been playing 4-3-3, and before that, we've been playing 4-2-3-1. 4-2-3-1 and 4-4-3, we just have nothing going forward. It is just a joke, really. There's just no attacking intent whatsoever. Like I said, about 2 shots on target in the last 2 or 3 games. 4-4-2, we had a shot on target within 30 seconds. So I really want to stick with 4-4-2. But I'm not sure if that system will be suited against Newcastle. It remains to be seen, but also depends on what kind of personnel Jose Mourinho is going to be playing, because Ben Davis, our left back, he's been playing every single game. So I can't imagine he's going to play because he needs a rest. He really does. As I said before with Serge Aurier, some tragic news with him. And not only that, but he's also been playing every single game. It's really tough because we don't have another left back really. Ryan Sessegnon can't get a look in. Right back, we have literally no other right back in the squad. So it beats me to know like what kind of players we're going to be playing. I think Steven Bergwijn will come in, and that's a big plus for us. But apart from that, I can't tell you who's going to be playing because of these games that are coming thick and fast. I think Jose's got to pull something out of the bag on Wednesday because, like I said, our players look down and out. They looked run into the ground on yesterday, and I really think we need to be running on adrenaline. And like I said, like against Newcastle, it's not a massive game for us. It really isn't. I know we want to finish in the Europa League and what have you, but after being in the Champions League for the past 3 years, Europa League doesn't seem very appealing to us, albeit I think that if we do get into the Europa League, I think it's our best route back into the Champions League because I can't see us finishing top 4 next season. But in terms of how we're going to set up, I'm hoping it's going to be 4-4-2 and we'll attack you from the get-go. But we all know Jose Mourinho and we all know what kind of football he likes to play. So we could easily slip back into a 4-3-3.
Be a wonderful trip to Azerbaijan next season against some part-time football team. You'll love it, man.
It'll give us a chance to win a game, that's for sure.
On artificial pitch. Looking at Newcastle's lineup, obviously I've mentioned Saint-Maximin, but is anybody else who's impressed you this season? Please don't say Joe Linton, because I know he scored against you, and that's only one of 2 teams, but is anybody else?
To be honest, I always like the look of John Joe Shelby. I'm not sure how consistent he's been this season, but when I've seen him play, to be honest, I haven't seen many of Newcastle's games this season, but when I have seen him play, I like the look of John Joe. Like I said, I know he won't be playing, but Danny Rose. But what I want to ask you about is Nabil Bentaleb. Because obviously I like the look at him at Spurs, but I haven't seen him do well for you.
He got slated for the Manchester City game.
Yeah.
We've got him on loan. I don't want that permanent. He's absolutely awful, and I'm being kind saying that. He's very kind of in the mould of Jack Colback, where he'll pick the ball up and just go left and right, put a dirty challenge in, put his foot in. But apart from that, Benny doesn't offer us nothing, and I don't want to say that permanent because Matty Longstaff is not getting ahead of him, and we're playing Fabian Schär, a defender, in front of Matty Longstaff who can't get off the bench, and his contract's running down, and that's blocking the progress of Matty. So dead against that. I know you might have done good things at Spurs and went on to Schalke and so on, but not for me, Ben. But I'm sure you'll probably ask that on over on your channel, which I was just about to say.
But I will tell you a player that I am impressed with is Dubravka, your goalkeeper.
Yeah,
I think he's a top quality keeper, and also the right back which you took off us, Yedlin. I think he's starting to play as well a bit.
Yedlin's future is probably not at Newcastle now. Unfortunately, we've got 3 right backs and all seem to be getting a bit rotated. Emil Kraft's had a spell there. Manquillo is probably the best out of 3, but that's a position where we need strengthened massively. But let's get a prediction off you. I'm obviously going to be on Ben's channel, We Are Tottenham TV. We nominated you guys as well.
Thank you very much, by the way. Thank you.
My pleasure, for the best channel, because we generally believe that. But I'll be on Ben's channel as well tomorrow morning, or today, if you're watching this on Tuesday. But Ben, what's the score prediction going to be?
I'm going to go for, seeing as you have not much to play for, your results haven't been that great last couple of games, but albeit you did start football coming back with quite a few nice results, I'm going to go for 1-0 Spurs.
1-0 to the Spurs.
A ball performance from Jose Mourinho, nicking it.
And that'll be his first win in the Premier League as well. So hopefully
Let's hope so.
I'm going to say 1-1 again. I was close to saying that against Watford, but obviously penalties went against. I'm going to say 1-1. We've got nothing really to play for, unfortunately. Let's just hope the season doesn't fizzle out from a Newcastle perspective. #cans, please let the takeover go through, and then we can be a bigger club than Spurs once again. That's it. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.